So speaking of promoting, your friends and stuff, every fight I watch from you, they're all on Fight Pass, which is really sick. It
Yeah.
always seems like you got a fat crowd rooting
Hmm.
for you, hyping you up.
Oh
After
yeah.
your last win, that knockout in the first round, the whole crowd was chanting UFC, UFC. That shit got me fired up, dude. I was at
Oh
work, I
yeah.
started standing up, shadow boxing and shit. So how do you
Yeah.
how do you go about getting a bunch of people hyped up to watch you fight, even when it wasn't in the UFC or these big promotions?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed. Just to have a lot of people supporting me and around me, and a lot of people that are there. A lot of people that have known me since I was a kid. I used to play football growing up, right? That was kind of my first love. So, and I've just always been a worker. So I've always, it just kind of translated over when I started fighting, and they just kind of always seen something in me, and they just, it's just family ties, man. They, like I said, they've known me since I was 10, 11 years old, and they see me in fighting. They're like, yeah, man, I'll come support you. And, I got all my high school buddies always coming out. I went to college, joined a fraternity, got all the fraternity boys coming out.
Oh, that's lit.
You know what I'm saying? So, it just runs deep. And I think it's just, I feel like who I am as a person, I'm just very cool with everyone. And, I just get along with a lot of people. And, I guess the way I fight, it makes it even a bonus, for them to come out and see me. Not just that they know me and that they like me. The fighting style, speaks for itself. So yeah, no, I sell out Fury for sure all the time. I mean,
Uh,
I sell a lot of tickets,
they're gonna be
and
sad to see you go.
oh, for sure. But Eric, the promoter, has been with me since I was 17 years old, and we kind of had this blueprint of what we wanted to do and what we wanted to accomplish, and it's kind of just been going, almost according to plan. So I know I know this one's gonna hit home. I was his 145 amateur champ, 145 pro champ. So for him to see me grow since I was 17 years old to where I'm at now, I know he's excited. He's gonna be at the fights, and I can't wait to go and do my thing.
Dude, that's so sick. And then eventually it's all going to cycle back because when you're one of the big dogs, when you're like 30 years old and you got young fighters looking up to you, you can go send them to Fury FC and start giving him more top prospects. So
100
it's all going
percent,
to
man. That's the
cycle
goal.
around.
That's the whole goal, man, is to help him out. I mean, as much as he helped me and promote him, and just kind of tell fighters like, hey, man, like you work hard, you do what you're supposed to, just stay on the path, and everything's gonna work out the way it works out for sure.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
know you mentioned in an interview, I think I heard that you said you kind of knew that if you got a big win that you were gonna get the call up.
Mhm.
How did you get that call, and like when did you actually officially find out?
Yeah, so I was at practice and I just kind of got like a couple of FaceTimes from my manager, Jason, and then Eric also FaceTime me, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I kind of knew something was up already. I didn't answer because I was at practice. So I called him back, and I guess there was an invitational going on at the Apex, like a jujitsu something or whatever.
Yeah,
So
last week.
they were both together or whatever, and yeah, they just told me like, hey, we got the call, and this is who it's gonna be. Don't say nothing, not official, but this is probably the date. This is who you're gonna fight, and so then it was cool. I got the call, but for me, like, I need to see that contract. Like, I need to see, I need to put my pen to paper to make sure it's official, because
Yeah.
everyone could say this date, this person, and then next thing you know, it's different date, different person, and you're like, But so once I got that contract, I got it with my girlfriend, and we were just sitting there looking at it, and I was like, okay, here, you read it. I let her read it, make sure everything was, legit. But it was like, bro, like Fury contract compared to that contract, oh my gosh, I can't
Just
even
for the
imagine what
contender
the real.
series?
Yeah, just for the contender series, it was like, bro, like 30, 40 pages. I was like, oh my god, I can't even
Uh,
imagine what the UFC is looking like. They're just going over their
I
bases,
know.
making sure that nothing, you
Yeah.
don't, just whatever.
Is
Literally, anything you
Ebola or
could think of,
anything like
bro.
that?
Anything you could think of, bro. Like they literally had it in there. I was like, man, this is all right.
is contender series show win, or is it just like a show?
No, show and win, show and
Okay,
win.
good.
Yeah, so you show up, make way, you get paid. You win, and you get paid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'll say this: I was making more at Fury though, but It's all good.
Oh, whoa,
It's all good. You gotta get
whoa.
on the bigger stage, even if you're a
Yeah, no, it's
smaller
just
fish in a
contender
bigger
series.
pond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you gotta once you get to the UFC, and then it's the platform. Really, is that what you're looking for? You know, what I'm saying, to be able to be on the UFC and have the eyes on you, to be able to venture out and do other things outside the UFC. That's where you really get paid, is being able to market yourself. And if you look at guys like O'Malley, right, like that dude's Instagram, his TikTok, his Snapchat is just blowing up. He's getting paid off every single social media platform.
Yeah.
So that's all. It's all about just getting your foot in the door, and then being able to expand from there.
I was gonna say, when I was looking through like all your socials and stuff, because we've kind of interviewed a couple other people, and I think going through your socials was the most for an amateur fighter that I've seen as far as like marketing and stuff. My favorite one was you got the sponsorship from the Strippy. That's my favorite one, especially in Houston. You got to have the Strippy sponsorship, so that was my favorite one. But has it always been like a thought to you, like I got to market myself to make money other ways? Like where'd you learn it, and how did it like come about?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially my dad. He really was the one that just kind of pushed it, and it's like, especially like for Fury, for example. You're getting commission off of the tickets that you sell. So right, like
Mm.
just in your head, you sell a lot of tickets, you're gonna make a lot of money, right? You know what I'm saying? So that was just kind of the basis, and knowing that you got to go and sell yourself a little bit, and talk to these different companies and different promotions. But like I said, it's a lot of family stuff, bro. So like a lot of these people that sponsor me are a lot of you know people that are like my uncle, who owns his own company and sponsors me, and then his son, my cousin, he owns his own
Who owns the
performance,
Strippy?
well, my dad's been going to the Strippy for 30 years, so he just
So your
he
dad
just
owns it. Your
no,
dad's
I wish,
your dad has
If my
partial
dad owned
ownership.
it, shit, we'd be banking if my dad owned that. but
Yeah.
he, but he just known the people there, and he was really cool with all those guys there, and they're really into the MMA scene, especially. It's crazy. It's almost full circle, because they used to hold shows and stuff at the strip club back in like 2000, 2001, for my coach, my late coach who passed. They used to do business together, and they used to host even weigh-ins, or stuff like that, when my coach was a promoter, back in the day in Houston. So it's kind of crazy. It's full circle, like Tito Ortiz used to be around, and they used to all do stuff at, at the strip. So, it's kind of crazy in full circle. And, seeing, the guy named Rick, the one that, is like the manager, takes care of the strip. And he's just like, seeing, me now to back then, like they've been sponsoring me since I was an amateur, bro. Like literally since I was 17, So it's just, like I said, it's just really like family stuff. Like to me, like he's family, man. He always take care of me. I'll call him, text him. He's like, bro, whatever you need, you let me know. But yeah, we're even having a watch party over there.
I
So
saw that. That's
anyone in
elite.
Houston, y'all pull up to the Ritz, y'all get free entry. Let them
That's
know.
elite.
Let them know Texas Kid sent you, and